Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Maverick here with another episode of Musings&Review. So, before we begin, one quick thing I want to mention. So lately some people have been commenting that my volume is a bit low and they can barely hear me, right? I think I might have changed some settings, so I was fiddling around trying to reduce the background noise a bit more. So I reverted that, and I also put some gain on the microphone as well, so hopefully that should be resolved. Now, the opposite side of that is now I might be picking up too much of my background noises or static noise or something like that. So do let me know if it turns out better for you guys, and if it's too loud, hopefully you can just turn down the volume on YouTube. I figure it might be better for me to just record loudly, and then you guys can change it as you please, right? So anyways, back to the episode at hand. We are back with the Kawamoto sisters, mostly Hinata, or Hina in particular, and the entire bullying storyline, right? The bullying arc. Now, obviously, there's lots of unresolved things as well. Shiho, is she going to turn out, is she going to be successfully integrated back into normal society and whatnot? But, I feel like for these kinds of anime, even though it might sound kind of harsh, I do put a little bit more interest on how they handle characters like Takagi, right? Who is, of course, clearly the one who is at fault here, and definitely I feel like she needs to take responsibility for her actions, but still, I think it really tells a lot about an anime. It tells a lot about the work when you're not just simply trying to comfort and help the victims, but also seeing how they treat the perpetrators, if you will. And it's clear, I think, so far that the anime clearly does not want to make Takagi to be just a pure perpetrator, but also to maybe sort of allow her to reform and come out a better person, right? She is, after all, still a minor. She's got a long life ahead of her. So, in any case, let's jump into the episode and see what's up. Alright, so we begin with the opening this time. I skipped it, so let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh yeah, Natsuyasumi Part 2. Hello. We're continuing with this? Alright. No, I gotta admit, a lot of those seem pretty creative. That's definitely one thing I do not miss from school. Mandatory school days as well. Ugh. Those are the worst. Like, it's vacation! It's summer vacation! Why do we need to go to school during summer vacation? Ugh. Even 10-20 years from then, I'm still kind of pissed about the entire thing. Not old. 13? Certainly not since his parents died, right? Well, actually, no. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. Never mind. I take that back. Because there's no other outcome for him pursuing a career in Shoki besides being a professional, right? Hmm. I guess this is a sort of coming of age arc as well. I mean, the entire story could be considered like a big coming of age anime, right? At least for Rei. Hmm. Right. I've always thought this is like a super convoluted way to eat soba, but it's cool. You gotta admit. Oh, he knows who we are. Well, even Takari's here. But beautiful. Oh, he's in love. No. He's bashful. Here it comes. Oh. Okay. Where's... Okay. Let me guess it. He's gonna be the last one to get the chicken tempura. Okay, he's gonna give one to him. Wow. I guess that's inevitable. Heck, I thought that's what she wanted to do already. Alright, am I gonna get part 3? No, it's New Year. Really? We just jumped like half a year? This dude's practically living in their house now. It's too engrossed. Leah's looking so... Wait, I kind of forgot what his grade is. Is he in second year or third year? Yeah, guess it doesn't matter that much. I guess he's practically here every day, anyways. At late night? You're gonna make her fat. Well, I guess it's tofu. That should be fine. Oh no, wait, there's udon as well. Ooh, not good. Damn it, I'm getting hungry as well. Oh. Aww. The spirit of her mother lives on. No, it's a private high school. I mean, I guess they mentioned it before, but it was never relevant until now. Expensive. That's the more realistic problem. Solve it yourself. All right. You know, this anime is never going where I think it's supposed to go, which I guess is a good thing in a lot of ways. All right, see you guys later. Alrighty, so what should we talk about for this episode, right? Apparently, the focus is that Hina's about to graduate, and she is wanting to get into the same high school as Rei is, which actually turned out to be a private high school, which I didn't really notice before since it wasn't that important, I guess. And apparently she's going there because she thinks it's fun, so I don't know, all the power to her, right? I certainly feel like Japan, or maybe in this anime in particular, has a different has a different idea of private high schools than my country does. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets of my entirety of education was that I went to a private high school during, well, high school, right? Because well, let's just say that the high school that I went to was more exam oriented, was more educational oriented. It's really the sole purpose of the high school is to make it so that you can get into a good college. And so, you know, I went through all the normal school life stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I did all that, right? Like going to like club activities, chasing girls, getting into trouble, etc., 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 right? But still, there's something really, really grating about being at school from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., right? And to this day, I still don't know how I went through all those years of that kind of life. Like, if you ask me to go do that again, man, I would be going crazy. But hey, all the power to Hina, right? If that's what she wants, then so be it. Honestly, there's not really that much to talk about for this, especially like even for me. I don't know. Do people actually feel like they get do people feel a sort of sympathy, or I don't think sympathy is the right word. Like, do people feel like they can relate with Hina? You know, what the troubles that she went through at this point and whatnot. I mean, I'm sure probably a lot of people do. Otherwise, this series wouldn't be so highly rated. But for me, during that time, there wasn't really an option. And in fact, I think for most people, it probably isn't an option. I'm not quite sure about the West, right? But at least for a lot of Asian countries, it's typical to go to high school, and a lot of times high school is just generally, you know, you don't really choose which high school you go to. You just get to a high school depending on your exam scores, and that's basically it. Private schools in Japan are a little bit different because they require like independent testings and whatnot. But still, like if you don't get into that one, then you have a fallback and then you get into another one. It's generally just like that. Like in my country, we basically have a standardized test for the entirety of like the country, and then based on the test results, you know, if you get to a certain level, you can go to this school. If a little bit below that, you get to a second tier school, and all the way back until, you know, everybody has a school that they can go to. So there wasn't really any choice in the first place, unless you would say, I want to go to the first tier school, so I want to get as good a score as possible. But yeah, so like I said, I don't really know what else to talk about. Like, I'm curious about you guys, especially since lots of people cite Sangatsu as like one of their favorite animes of all time. Like, what exactly do you get out of this? Like, for instance, in this episode as well. I mean, obviously the rest of like for me right now, I think I already mentioned before, I actually enjoy a lot more when I'm watching the professionals, right? Especially the professional shogi players, like how they live their lives philosophies and whatnot. Because maybe that's, you know, I'm at that point in my life, right? I'm a working adult and have been working for quite some time already, so I'm more interested in that aspect rather than the you know, the mid school, high school dramas and so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious about you guys, if you have anything to add to that. Like for me, my favorite scene from this episode actually was Akari bringing the late night snacks to Hina and Rei, right? And then we get that flashback with her and her mom, and really it's just, you know, it's something that Akari has already mentioned before, right? One of her biggest wishes is to become the mother figure of this household to Hina, to Momo, and fill that gap, fill that role, right? So here, you know, you could say that it gives her nostalgia because it's something that her mom did to her, and she's now doing it for you know, Hina and Momo. But at the same time, I feel like it's also the reason that she's so happy is also because she can finally somewhat fulfill that role of the mother figure here, right? You know, seeing that sort of parallel kind of situation. So for me, that was my favorite moment from this episode. So anyways, that's it for now. Sorry if, again, I don't really have that much else to add. I find that to be a recurring theme with the Kawamoto sisters, right? I normally don't have too much to talk about when they are the central figures. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but still, I feel like for my format of doing videos at least, there's not really that much else for me to add. So anyways, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next week as well. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.